Well, I had been to Baja before, but way in the south. Todos Santos, Esperanza. I preferred Todos Santos. So I had been in Cancun and a place called Estencia. So I had been there before, but not for long.
Not in this region? Not in this region before?
No.
Right.
Tijuana, when I was very young, when I was 15 years old, 16. Came to see the bullfights. It was in the 50s. So Tijuana was very different then. First question. I believe very strongly that I should have a separation between what is public and what is private. And I believe I owe the public a performance. But I think that my private life is not to be mixed up with my public performance life. I feel very strongly about that. Therefore, I place a high priority on privacy. But in this day and age, privacy is more and more difficult because of the internet and other reasons. But that's what I believe. I believe I owe the public a performance. I do not owe them the story of my personal life. That I probably confuse that when I speak publicly about a political issue, the environment, human rights, and so forth. But so be it. Second question. I can't remember.
Conspiration, your movie.
Oh, the conspirator. Yeah.
The conspirator.
Yeah.
Conspirator.
Well, I made that film. What I'm interested in is telling stories that people don't know, or having an experience in a film that is fresh and new, that gives the audience a chance to experience something new. In that case, it was a story that no one knew, connected to a story that everyone knew. Everyone knew about Lincoln's assassination. Everybody knew that story, but nobody knew the story attached to it. The fact that a woman was sacrificed because of an injustice. And that's a story no one knew about. So I wanted to tell that story. And also to point out the fact that maybe nothing has really changed in 150 years, politically. The third part of your question, you're talking about other actors?
No. You have 75 years old, and you are working with very much directors, very much actors, very much actresses, and you are in the generation of gold with other directors.
He's saying those guys are better than I am, basically. I got nothing on Sidney Pollack, is what he said.
I don't know about golden period, but I'll tell you one thing. I mean, I am the oldest person on this film. And I'm pretty excited about it because it's a pleasure for me to support JC because he represents the very thing that I believe is our future. And the chance for me to be a part of it, rather than just support it, is a very special, I'm very grateful for that. So I may be the oldest person on the film, but I think you're never too old to learn. And so I'm able to learn something from someone new and fresh who's coming forth with a new idea. The reason I did this film was because he had created a vision that was just fresh and new, but it was also very bold. And I thought that was a good thing for me to do at this time in my life.
Maybe Chandler is the new generation of your festival, your Sundance Festival?
Yeah, that's where our first film that we produced, had its premiere at Sundance. So it's been a really amazing opportunity, obviously, for.
I think it's unfortunate that the media being the way it is, it focuses on sensational issues. And danger is more sensational than happiness. And so I'm sorry, considering my love of Mexico. I grew up in Los Angeles in a Mexican community. We were one of the few Anglo families in a Mexican community. So I grew up with Mexicans as my friends and neighbors. And I have great affection for Mexico, particularly Mexican history. So it's unfortunate, since there's so many areas of Mexico that are safe, that are good to visit, like where we met, that more people should know this. And you have to jump over the head of the media that wants to always talk about the latest tragedy or the latest killing. That's unfortunate, because that's all the information we get in the United States, but it's not the full picture. So I hope that maybe us being here and being down in Cancun, Senor Tintos, talking about the fact that there's wonderful parts of Mexico that are wonderful to visit, that people should come.
Do you feel
We'll see.
safe here?
Huh?
Do you feel safe here, working here and living?
Yes, but can you print this after I leave? Yes, I do.
Except for what we've been doing with him on set, he feels very safe. It's been a very adventurous time.
Well, I think the Mexican cinema is coming on strong. We, as you may know, we support at Sundance, our festival. Many, many years ago, we created a whole category of trying to bring Mexican films here, but that, and also Latino. It's just the broad category of Latino. We brought Gabriel Garcia Marquez to Sundance. We brought the various Alfonso Cuarón and various filmmakers to Sundance to help promote them. And now they're doing quite well on their own. I think, well, I've always enjoyed enchiladas my whole life. My favorite food is tequila. I think the cinema of today suggests that maybe a lot of people are afraid of real love. I've noticed, and I remember it from my childhood in Los Angeles, that the Mexican people are very joyous. They have a lot of, they express joy in such a wonderful way. And the people here, at least in our experience, have been extremely nice to us. Very, very nice. But they seem so much happier than we do in the United States. It's a very attractive quality. The joy, the happiness, the playfulness. They have a wonderful sense of play, which I think is very important.